Ooh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's great.
What is this called?
I have no idea. Coal Creek. The area is called Coal Creek. It's South Bellevue, almost Victoria.
Oh.
It's yet another amazing trail we have here. We're extremely lucky here in the Northwest, and especially in our city, that we have preserved old growth forest in our metropolis. So as soon as you go into it, it's like pure nature. It's something to treasure, that's for sure. It's very rare.
Another cool application of all this nature here is that if you're a nature photographer, or if you're a photographer but you don't shoot nature, then when you move here you're going to start shooting nature because it's all around you, and there are beautiful landscapes everywhere, like not too far from the city.
Big mushroom, much bigger than my hand.
For scale.
Right now it's sunny, which is quite rare, and we've been lucky that during this whole lockdown episode we have very dry and warm spring. Normally spring is not the best season here. We see a lot of torrential downpours, and it's normally a rainforest, and you can see because it's so green, but we actually have had 3 or 2 weeks of almost constant sun. We're seeing here something pretty intense. It's a tree with 5 trunks. So let's take a look. And luckily there's not much nettles here, so I can go. But yeah, if you take a look at this tree, 1, 2, 3, 1 behind, 4, 5 trunks with the broken one, and even one more behind that also broke. So it was a tree with 6 trunks. Right here they're all converging down into a big one. Ooh, spiders. Part of the tree broke in this direction, and there's actually 2 of them that fell down here.
So it was even bigger.
It was a lot bigger, and there's one behind broken that you don't see. It was 6 trunks, and its root system down here definitely is probably home to animals. It has so many holes. Hopefully nothing doesn't come out and bite me like a badger. What a magical forest. Here's a waterfall, a very slick one. Wow, so cool. Susie found the nest, and there's a little bird over there squeaking.
A chickadee?
No, it's smaller than that. So peaceful and beautiful. It's like a replenishment, a rejuvenation after sitting at home in the winter. Ever since a kid I always played by rivers because I didn't live on the sea back then, about 2 hours inland, so I always liked playing by the river like this. And this one has like stepping stones, but you have to be extremely careful here because your feet are wet and the stones are very smooth and slick from the water. Now I'm in the middle of the river, but it's quite picturesque. Beautiful greens now coming out in spring. Even in winter here is green with just a little more brown and gray, but it's the evergreen forest. Living in the rainforest with arches of mossy branches over your head. So cool. Right here, arches over us. And more of these branches like limbs with moss on them hanging.
Jeez. That's so cool. It's like being in a cartoon. So we're walking down the lower path heading back to where we started, and we come across this sandbar. So there's sand all around us, and to me that implies that this probably floods and gets really wet during certain times of the year. So we're towards the end of this trail, but we actually came in on a side path. There's a main path, which is where we turned around and ended, that has a really big parking lot. So yeah, we came off on the side, but this is leading us back to where we started, and it's like a neighborhood. There are houses here.
Yeah, you can have this as your backyard with a lot of wildlife coming in.
We can hear all the birds. I bet this is a spectacular place to go birding.
In your backyard, yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic to camp out. And if you see the houses right there, you have their decks on this side, and you can just you can just camp out there with a camera and just shoot. The revival of nature happening in spring right now is really beautiful this time around, and easy to enjoy because of the sun.
Yeah, and I think because this is our only time or excuse to get out, we're enjoying it more than usual, because otherwise we're just not really getting outside.
Yeah, we're not going out to work, we're not going out anywhere to hang out or whatever. This is our hanging out now.
Yeah. With the trees and the plants and the birds.
Well, it's good to
nice.
reconnect that way. I crave being away from the computers and the phones.
Yes.